We're being very lazy this morning. We do not want to get out of bed. We want to wag our tails, and we want to whimper, but we don't want to get out of bed. The other one's over there in that ball. Good morning, everybody. Fortunately, I don't know why, I'm going to check, but everything was taking a very long time to render last night, and I was exhausted, and I went to bed, so will not be a video until late today, when I get home from work. 3 o'clock. Terry did call me, wake me up, because I was in dreamland, and told me there was a bad accident where I would normally get on the highway. So I'm trying to think if there's a different way I want to go. If I want to go out the opposite way, or I can go to Reach Road. But anyway, so yeah. But good morning, everybody. Time to get dressed and get ready to get moving here, as it is what, quarter after, 20 after. It is 20 after. Come on, dismiss. Alrighty, time to get rolling here. Let's turn the fans down a little bit. Yeah, so Terry was telling me this morning there was a bad accident, like where I would get on to the highway there, that big turn, and the driver was killed. So I don't know. I mean, I can go straight down. If I see problems, I can just avoid. But it's 5:43 in the morning, so Aaron sent me something last night, and I was sleeping when it came through, so I don't know when that was. I still don't understand that turn. I've said it before, why there is not some sort of a high strength catch fence sitting there, because that turn is just stupid. I mean, it's a 25-30 foot drop off there. Oh, son of a bitch. 25-foot drop off there to your death, and they don't do anything but put a little guardrail up. Come on. I mean, there's sections around here that have literally catch fences in areas that you can't hit. Never understood. I think that's more for rock slides, but still, same concept. Trying to protect people. Yeah, last night, I don't know, it was about 10:20, and the video, every month I make a new project for the vlogs to make it easier, and I don't know, it's just taking forever. It got to about that halfway point of rendering, and it wasn't going anywhere, and I was just falling asleep. So I set my alarm for 4:15, but never heard that. I was out cold this morning when she called. In fact, the first time I picked the phone up, I dropped it because the charger wouldn't let go. So I don't know if I even mentioned it in the vlog yesterday. So I got out, I forgot the punk juice the other day. Got it out yesterday morning. When I pressed the button, it just got 4 flashing lights that would not turn on the charged phone. I made an effort to email punk case and say, listen, it just blinks lights. It doesn't turn on. So I got home, I plug it back in the cord. It's not doing anything. And I unhook it, and I put it, hit the button. Now it's not even blinking lights. I'm like, okay, now this is weird. And I kind of I'm checking the wire. I'm like, no, that's the wire. No, it wasn't the wire. It wasn't even plugged in. It was dead as a doornail. Plugged it into the one that I have the trackpad connected to all the time so it doesn't die. And started charging right away. So I'm going to email them back and say, my stupidity, all good. I don't think they're going to do anything for me anyway, honestly. I was kind of surprised they actually asked about my order number, because, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I've heard they've had very poor customer response. Of course, you hear that everywhere. I mean, of course, most people have great experiences at Advanced Auto. I just happened to get a guy that didn't want to go out in the rain. Cannot go that way. Shit. Now let's go through Reach Road and spin around. Oh boy. to be quite honest, that's actually not too bad. Now let's see something once here. My background to focus. There's clear focus. Didn't change the color scheme this time. Too dark. I still think I need to take it off vivid. Oh, that thing starts so much different. So much different. Alright guys, well the day is done. Time to head home. I don't think music is going to fire up. I think I turned my volume down, but I could be wrong. Just need a little bit of air movement in here, because as you can tell outside here, it rained during my last little bit of my lunch. So, but once again, polarized sunglasses, no good. I guess I could come this way just a smidge. That's better. Alright guys, time to head home. With it being wet out, I think we're just going to take a little walk around home. Maybe play around with this thing just a teeny bit, but if I have to keep turning the defocus off every time I fire it up, that's just one more kill. I think the audio, though, with the adjustments I've been making, actually is just a bit less tinny than it is on the RX100. ZV1 has a much different microphone system. It's actually quite bigger. I don't know, because instead of two little pinholes, it's a huge grill, which does have the dead cat on right now, so that should help. Yeah, we went to replenish the quarters because they brought change the other day, and because it's $3.26, we got a bag of trash again. So like those dimes we got a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Of course, that bag had been sitting in the safe for a long time. This was a bag they just literally brought to us. We had foreign change in there. We had little rings, flattened out pennies from those penny squishing machines and stuff. It was nuts. Absolute nuts. And just, I mean, literal trash. Paper and plastic and all kinds of garbage. Jammed the machine up 5 times. The bank should be ashamed of itself, honestly. You know, hopefully the rain is kind of done. I literally, I'm sitting here at lunch. I had like 4 minutes to go yet. My eyes closed and I like nodded like one of these guys. I was out for almost 2 minutes. It's like, holy shit. And I slept good last night. Just haven't had a lot of caffeine because I had my Red Bull 9:30-ish or so. And after that, it's just go, 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 go. I don't know what the hell's going on up here. All of a sudden, everything just came to a halt. Okay, we have a dump truck in the road. Oh, and a car. Okay, that would be why we have problems. What you doing, big girl? Made it home. Once I got, like I said, police hadn't shown up yet, so you can get through that little mess going on the highway. Alright, we're going to give this thing a little bit of a test. I don't have the controller with me, so it'll be interesting. Which means I can spin around pretty easy. Boy, I haven't filmed like this with the camera in a long freaking time. But you don't normally get that great of stability with the hand. So this will probably be a little on the shaky side. I do apologize, and I can't quite get far enough away with having the active stabilization on. Hopefully the camera's aimed at me because I don't even have the screen open, but I don't know what we're going to get weather-wise, but I'm taking for a lap here, and then I got to edit. Almost forgot. Got to edit from yesterday yet. And then I can relax. Okay, guys? Want to relax? Daddy wants to relax. But he can't reach that record button one-handed too easy. Okay, we're in a little different mode now. We're actually in full auto, which takes away a lot of the setting changes you can do, but they're already set. Like your volume controls and all that stuff. So the background to focus, I think if you press it, it turns it on. You press it again, and it turns it back off. But it is whatever way you had it. It's not like, I don't know, unless I'm not actually turning it off. But it did the other day, so I'm not really sure how that's working. Puppy here. I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna check the mail quick. Haven't checked it in a couple days again. Also snapping some photos with this thing for the first time ever. Haven't taken any pictures with it until just now. That's why I put it in this mode, because in movie mode you can't take pictures. So if you want to film and snap photos, you need it in intelligent. Now this doesn't have super intelligent like the RX100 does, which is the normal auto mode I use on that one. Not really sure what the difference is, to be honest with you. Does it look any different film-wise? A little brighter or anything? Because it doesn't have all the other little key settings on? Interesting to see. And they finally finished this back here. Filled in gravel, covered a pipe with it. Put their spray on grass or turf. See how this all works out in the end. And you can see we're getting a little bit of water run out there. There is like a little gully there though anyway, so looks like that's where it's supposed to go. When we get to the other side, we'll see what we got going on over there. Terry asked me today if she was okay, if she was when I was home. Apparently she didn't feel too good this morning again. Who knows what the dope got into, but she definitely overnight went potty twice, so at least. Let's see. And just this camera being on from the house to about halfway on this walk, I can feel the side of it where you hold onto it getting warmer and warmer. Now I do have the temperature setting on high, so it can do 4K footage for unlimited time. And I noticed the RX100 the other day when I was going through the settings, just being on, not recording, getting hot. So that's something to concern yourself with these cameras too. You right, puppy? That's pretty. Ugh. Because it just got done raining, the drain, apparently when they did the parking lot, some people are telling me that they dropped a whole bunch of pavement down inside. Well, Jamie in fact told me they dropped pavement down inside that drain and they clogged it, and they've never gotten it fixed. So after a heavy rain, you get this for a few hours and then eventually it'll start to go down, but you could basically, you know, cool off in a nice hot summer day in that thing. It's so deep. Yeah, you can hear me sloshing. Come on, princess. What do you think, Mateo? You want to go jump in the puddle? No, you don't want to jump in the puddle? You can jump in the puddle. I dare you to. Your sister jumped in the bay and got hit by a wave. So the camera is pocketable, and the little fuzzy thing, because it's hooked in with the hot shoe mount, it doesn't move anywhere. You don't lose it, which is nice. It's not as pocketable as a cell phone or, say, the TX30 that I used to start the vlogs with. I really wish they would bring that camera back in 4K and maybe just a little wider lens in it. I've pulled that camera out numerous times in the vlogs over the years because the original camera from the vlog still works. Its replacement somehow got given away. After I moved, I goofed up and put it in the wrong bag and gave a $400 camera away. I really thought our other maintenance guy was leaving last week. But his wife's vehicle is still here. So maybe not. No eating off the ground, Priya. You're already sick. You don't need to eat stupid stuff off the ground. I'll get you dinner when we get home. Yeah, maybe wait a little bit. It's only not even 4 o'clock yet. I think all the other people's tests on this camera does get better battery life because it's not as intensive on it as the RX100. It's still at full from the last charge. And I think it was charged though fully from the little test the other day side by side. Oh guys, how's the image quality look? Right now my background to focus I think off. Now it's on. So you won't notice it until I film myself now. Somebody is in tracking mode today. She is following rabbits and all kinds of creatures today. Never mind trying to eat stuff off the ground. Yep. Come on, you know what I mean? That never ends with her though. Come on. Come on. Come on, you silly basset hound. Come on. Where you going, Mateo? Everybody's investigating. Yes, plenty of dogs come down here and pee. Come on. Alrighty guys, couple changes. Right now I am putting the background to focus back on because let's see what it does in low light here real quick. It darkens the thing up if you put it in clear image in lower light. I had to make some serious adjustments in the car footage this afternoon. The other thing I did was, after this rolling around in my head, I made the statement that I did not turn off the wind cancellation. I have now turned it off. I want to see if it's a little less tinny than it was, and I'm also going to give you a quick test of the RX100 quick. Now that one obviously does not have the background to focus setting. That's something specific to the ZV1. Overall, though, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised with the stabilization of this thing only having active. I think it's actually just a little bit better than the RX100. Now that was all handheld, and last I know when I've done handheld with that one, I mean by handheld I mean no remote. I did not use the handle. Everything was the camera's being held in my hand like it is right now. Kind of pleasantly surprised to see a stabilization as good as it was. There's a couple jittery moments there though. I don't know. Sometimes I've noticed that in the footage, but right now it's set like it would be. This is actual in full auto right now. This isn't even in any special settings. Alrighty, let's switch over to the RX100, see if it sounds a little bit better, worse, whatnot. I mean, the last clip I was just listening to, you can hear the birds chirping. You could hear Mateo's feet hitting the pavement as he's walking, which I thought was kind of impressive, considering the microphone on this thing, like I said, it is on the top. But it is a box, and where you get little pinholes for the other one. Now I do have my own personal little personal dead cats I built for this thing, because these are where the microphones are. Where versus you don't have the viewfinder. This is where the hot shoe mount is, and then this whole section right here where the flash comes up. You don't have a flash on this one either. I don't think you have a flash on this one. No, you don't have a flash on this camera. Where the flash is, this is all speaker grill, this whole section. So you got mount and that. I'll show it real quick when I get the other camera going. The biggest difference is this is in superior auto, where this one only has intelligent auto. But yeah, so you got your little dead cat that hooks into your hot shoe mount right there, and this whole maybe it's not 2 inches, might be maybe 1.5 inches wide. There's your speaker grill though, much bigger. And then this little guy just slides right on in, and voila. Much bigger record button on this one, but it's challenging to reach it one-handed because it's on the top and your hand doesn't quite get there too easily. My little hands don't. Didn't really take too good of a look at the picture quality yet. I'm thinking about maybe throwing them in there just so you get an idea what kind of photos you get out of this thing. I'm hoping the sound is a little bit better on this one now with the wind cancellation off, because with those little dead cats over top, I really shouldn't need it that much. I think that was giving me some of that tinny sound, but it just could be the little pinpoint. The little pin microphones aren't that great. One thing I did mention is that the Sony TX30 started the vlogs, and what really pushed that camera for me and why I prefer these guys, I'll say it every once in a while on rainy days, this camera, that camera, neither one of them can go out in the rain. Neither one of these are waterproof cameras. Now the RX10 is I forget what they classify it as. It's not waterproof, but it's water protected. The way it seals and stuff, it's designed for a little bit of moisture, not pouring down rain or to go underwater. But the TX30, that sucker was underwater rated. That camera was designed to go diving with. And I've done that. If you go way back in 7 years plus, you'll find a video where I actually took it to my mom's pool and was in the pool with it and stuff. And the camera still today works 7 years later. So, real quick, for those of you not familiar with what I'm talking about when I say the TX line, this is what it was. It's like a little bit of a thicker cell phone. This thing is so pocketable, so handy. Cool part is, you slide that down, it turns the camera on. Granted, there's not a lot of zoom, but because it's a 28mm, that flat zoom, full hand out, or that flat lens, full arm out, you have plenty of room to hold it. It is kind of a touchscreen, but it's not real great. This thing only shoots in 1080 though. I'm sure Sony, if they really wanted to, could do something really cool with this line. I just actually tweeted them because I had to go find this thing. It was driving me nuts. But this thing is 7 years old. It ran the vlogs for the first couple of years. This thing has been dropped. It's got this thing is like, it's a tough camera as well. It's one of their toughest cameras I think they ever made. You could drop this thing, the only problem I did have was I lost a whole vlog one time when it just simply fell over and my SanDisk memory card failed. Never used SanDisk a day after that. Quit rambling. Thanks for watching. See you in the morning. Good night.